There's no easy games. There's no easy games. They're not a part-time team. They train as many days as us. They just do it a little bit differently. As I said, there's been a lot of investment into it. They've bought players back from England. I think players now see it as a pathway to get back into England or Scotland again. So listen, we will not underestimate Glentoran in any shape or form. We will give them the utmost respect. And as I say, if we play to the capabilities I know we're well capable of, then I'm confident. But I certainly won't be underestimating anybody.
What do you make of the job that Mick's did over there?
I think it done very well. As I say, it's a club on the up. Glentoran and Linfield used to be the big two, and then you've had the emergence of Crusaders and Coleraine, and there's a lot of good young managers over there. And I think Glentoran's just an added bonus. It's a good Glentoran and Linfield is massive for Northern Ireland football. So I'm pleased that the level of football is improving over there and the investment's improving. But certainly we hope to put paid to that tomorrow night.
With this one-off tie, there's no room for any errors, is there? It's a real switched-on job from the first minute to the last.
Yeah, you'll get punished. In the games we've had 5 games. I mean, we've had an incredible amount of possession. We've got into the final third at will. And what we're finding is teams are giving us the utmost respect, and unfortunately we don't have an Edward or a Morelos just to finish things off at the moment. So we've other ways of doing it, putting more bodies into the box, certain little tweaks when we do deliver stuff, and that's how we'll get around that. But I'm confident we will.
Yeah, it's been a tough start to the season, obviously, for Motherwell. How is morale in terms of the players going into this match? It's obviously a huge match in terms of what Motherwell want to achieve this season.
Contrary to what you'd probably want me to say, morale's superb. I take things very, very personally when we lose games. It hurts me. I've been here a long time. I care about the club. But I have to say the morale is very, very good. And in and around the dressing room and in and around the centenary room where all the boys are based now, it's excellent. The attitude and training are very, very good. Their work rate, if you look at all our stats in terms of our work rate, is excellent. Things aren't dropping. There's ways we can make it drop a little bit better in the box. We can get more numbers into the box and make that end product better. As I say, we don't have an individual like the boys I've mentioned. And that's what's missing. So if you're playing really poorly, I've sat here 4 and 5 times in my time here, and a couple of times I've genuinely been worried and thought, where are we going to win from? Where are we going to score goals from? That's not the case here. We've got a talented squad. There's players out of form at the moment that aren't quite hitting the heights that they can do, but we won't lose faith with them. We haven't got a magic wand. What we do is we'll keep encouraging, we'll keep coaching, and we'll turn that corner hopefully starting tomorrow night.
You spoke to Gail Biggerman and he said you recommended him to Glentoran. You'll be hoping that doesn't come back to bite you.
I did, yeah. It's the way I work in this football club. We try and bring good people in, and Biggie's one of the nicest young men I've ever worked with. Genuinely most unselfish footballer I've ever worked with, and it goes with anybody. If I work with somebody and they conduct themselves properly, whether we play them, whether they get game time, whether they're captain of the football club like Peter, I'll try and help people throughout their careers. And we've done that with Biggie. It was the fact he wasn't playing football or wasn't at a football club I found incredible. So I'm just delighted he's back playing. It would have been a loss to the game, and hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt us.
Just in terms of the overall club, when you first came here, Motherwell were fighting relegation. Now 3 years on, debt-free and back in European football. Is it good? I know it's not been the start of the season you wanted, but is it good for you to look at the overall picture and think the club's made real progress in the last few years?
I'm glad you said that, Ben, because I think some people have forgot that, where we were and where we've come from. I think we've brought very close to, if all things go, we could be bringing in £7 million worth of players in the last 3.5 years and spending a minimal amount to bring them in. And that needs to continue. We're a club, as I say, we're a development football club. We develop players, we move them on, we recycle it, and we're at the start of the next cycle. We've got assets in the team, we've got assets below the boys in the team, and we'll continue to do that. So as I say, that's where myself and the staff get our kicks from, and where we get our pride from, is that to see players move on, to see them do very well and on their journey, help us along the way. And we've probably bucked the trend a little bit. We've actually been relatively successful in terms of finishing third and getting into Europe and cup finals, as well as development players. So that's hard to achieve together. You have to play a certain style of football to develop players, and we do that. And when you do that, you take risks and chances. And so it's nice that when you see the recognition that people like David and Alan Campbell and James Scott and etc. get, then as I say, that's the buzz we get as a staff and a football club.